No, it was just funny, like when it was on Andy, and all the girls are like, Andy, go in the water, go in the water.
The bee's like, well, I'm here to sting someone.
Yeah.
So if I can't sting this motherfucker, I'm going to go over this guy.
Yeah. I came here to do two things: drink beer and sting someone. I'm almost out of beer.
Recorded live from Studio 12A in sunny Phoenix, Arizona. You're listening to the Josh and Friends Podcast.
Thank you for tuning in to the Josh and Friends Podcast. I am your host. My name is Josh. And this week, the show welcomes back Andy and Erik. And we'll be discussing a number of different topics, including a new list of the top-selling beers in the country. Katy Perry's brand new single is backfiring amongst her fans. Find out what the latest diet craze is that's blowing up social media. And of course, we have some drinks and discuss our recent trip to Flagstaff, Arizona. So stick around for those stories and more with a couple of my favorite guests, Mr. Andy Matlock and Erik Tapia. Woo! All right, gentlemen.
Start your engines.
Welcome back. How you guys doing?
Doing all right. How you doing?
Hey, listen, it's always good to have you guys back. So, Erik, what are you drinking today? We just always got to start off with what are you drinking?
Well, this one was actually recommended by you.
Ooh. No, it was actually recommended by Matt Boyso.
Oh, Matt.
Our old coworker.
Old buddy Matt.
Good old Matt.
Ballast Point Grapefruit.
Out of San Diego.
Scopin, yeah.
Yes.
It's out of a whale's vagina.
So you got to do a little quick taste test for us and see how it is. Not that you taste any of your beer, you just slam it.
I feel like I've had that beer before. But
is it good?
But not that kind, like just at the Ballast Point, like that brewery.
All right, well, Erik.
Here we go. This one goes out to Matt.
All right, Matt. It's good audio here. All right.
Goes down smoothly.
Is it pretty good?
Yeah, it is.
All right.
I'd get it again.
I think that's Matt's favorite beer. And I think he went to the brewery, and I look forward to visiting there when I go. Yeah. So awesome.
All right. Great work, Matt. Great work.
Awesome. Anything going on? Anything new on your end, Erik? How's work going, buddy?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm still hanging around. I don't know how I've managed to make it almost 10 years. But
is Rittenhouse still there?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah, he left a while back.
Oh. What about Zeke?
Nobody knows where Zeke's at. Zeke's supposedly in Cali, but he could be.
That's right. That's right. He's a wanderer. He's a roamer. He's like the hitchhiker.
He's like Zeke was a Rolling Stone.
Well, okay. So anything going on in the news? I know that Katy Perry released that new song of hers. And it was supposed to be like her big comeback song. You a big Katy Perry fan? What do you like? What's your favorite Katy Perry song?
And the video was great.
The video was pretty.
The video was great.
Pretty. If you're a guy, but I like how the whole point of that song was supposed to be like, this is a feminist song. Like, what was it? It's called. What was the song called? Oh yeah, Woman's World is the name of the song. And one of the guys said, he goes, yeah, this looks like a video that a man would create if he was making a feminist video. And a lot of girls are like kind of like offended by this video, but
Katy Perry knows what men like.
Yeah.
She knows what boys like.
But the video is very aesthetically pleasing, especially if you're a man.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So we have no objections here.
No. Great song.
I remember I sent that. Great song.
No,
what if you never saw the video? What if you never saw the video, Andy?
I would give it the time of day.
Well, I sent it to. It's funny that we were talking about that because I sent the video to John Racich, and John, of course, John doesn't critique the song or the video. He's like, the song is I'm not a big fan, and I'm like, did you watch the video?
There was a song.
I'm like, dude, the video, she's like ripping off her top and
so he pulled an Andy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pulled an Andy on Andy's favorite.
It's pretty hilarious. John's like, sounds like it's an AI song, like an AI created song. And I'm like, I mean, let me listen to it again without like watching the visual of it. Yeah, I guess it kind of does sound like an AI song.
I mean, that's what lots of music sounds like.
How are they gonna do that in the future? Where like, is there any way to track and see if like a song is an actual like just an AI song now or no?
No, not unless the actual artist comes out and is like, that is not my song.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have AI check it to see if it's AI.
Oh, that's so weird because like, yeah, that's an interesting thing because like some of these AI songs are better than like I hear people like, yeah, I did an AI version in a country style, and I'm like, this is damn near better than a lot of country songs I've heard. The AI version of whatever the hell I'm listening to right now, but. Yeah, so we are in a very interesting time right now as far as music.
AI is going to take over everything.
Yeah. I will say, my favorite, I know that most people don't have a favorite Katy Perry moment, but my favorite Katy Perry moment is Left Shark. The end of that Super Bowl, not great. But the halftime show with Left Shark, huge fan. Huge fan of Left Shark.
I had a feeling that's what you were going to go with.
Yeah. My favorite Katy Perry moment, not Katy Perry.
I remember when Ryan and I were in Whistler and that song, I Kissed the Girl, and that came out. And like, I just remember Ryan and I, we were like hammered in the what's the courtyard place at Whistler? It's called the Village.
Oh yeah.
And we're in the Village, and I was like, where the hell is Ryan? I can't find Ryan. I just hear him screaming, I kissed a girl. And I was like, wow. I go, there he is. He's right over there. There's my boy. There he is. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm on my way to get some pizza. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll be right behind you over here. All right.
Oh, yeah. Were you guys going to that pizza place where they sell like by the slice? Like late at night?
Oh, they do sell it by the slice, but Ryan was getting it by the box. Yeah.
Best way to get it.
Yep. Brian doesn't screw around. He doesn't screw around. Well, at least he didn't back in the day. Probably now he's like, I'm watching. No, he's not watching. Diet. Anyway. Okay. Well, speaking of lady parts, Andy.
Oh, that was quite the segue. I'm just glad he started with Andy first on that question. Speaking of lady parts, let's go to Andy.
Well, Andy, what do you think of the that product Lumi?
Oh.
Just a pea-sized amount of Lumi applied between your butt cheeks like this. I will demonstrate. Just kidding, I won't. Like this. Up, butt cheeks, tailbone. Rubs in like a lotion. So let's face it, there's a lot going on down there. Everything is really close together. So for the sake of argument, I'm gonna call it the crotch. We put Lumi to the test and compared it to a shower. 12 hours after a shower with soap and water, the average crotch has an odor score of 5 to 6 out of 10, with 10 being the worst odor ever and 0 being no odor. 12 hours after a shower and applying Lumi, you're at a 0 out of 10, no odor all day. I'm not a mathematician, but I think it means that Lumi is infinitely more effective than a shower alone.
Every time I see that commercial, I'm like, oh, God, what is this? Eric, are you familiar with that Lumi?
The whole body, put it anywhere and everywhere and deodorant.
It's not just Lumi. There's other companies coming out with it because obviously it's blown up and got big.
Yeah, and they're like, it's the full body deodorant. And I'm like, what? Weird. Are people like having this many problems with their body odors? Or maybe if you are one of those people that are bedridden and you can't shower, maybe that's a good product for you. But if you can put one foot behind the other and step into an actual shower for 5 minutes a day, maybe that's what you need to do.
I mean, I don't know. Would you guys use the same deodorant on your armpits and then put it on your balls? And
it's weird, right? Like, I mean, and the lady that promotes
my forehead sweat. So,
and the lady that promotes this, like, you know, the one that created it or whatever.
Yeah.
She's just like
she's gross because what she's talking about.
Yeah, but it's also, we were talking about this too, where you and I had this discussion where, you know, like when there's like a point in time, not every woman, but a lot of women, like this spokesperson, she crosses the point of where she just becomes a mom. That's where she's there's no more feminine characteristics about her. She's just like, no, those days are like fucking 20 years behind me. Like,
poor moms out there.
She's flat out
have nothing to live
she's
for
in mom mode.
Just
She's talking about like her fucking, body odor and how she smells all the time. So she has to use this product and how it can help others. And,
I mean, what if Salma Hayek was doing the commercial? Then what?
Salma Hayek wouldn't do this commercial. Salma Hayek doesn't smell. She doesn't have that issue.
Probably smells like roses.
Yeah. She's like that song by Outkast. Yes. Yeah. So anyway.
And I was like, when are the lawsuits coming with that thing too? It's like people are rubbing that stuff all over your body and like.
Right. You were talking about that. Andy was like, yeah. So remember the Johnson & Johnson shit?
The talc.
Everyone's just rubbing that all over their bodies for decades, and now they're being sued. And now there's like this cream that comes along and you just rub this all over inside your privates, under your armpits. And like, just like Andy goes over to this girl's house and he's like, yeah, how you doing? And he's like, are you smelling like Lumi?
Are you covered in Lumi?
She's like, yeah, I put it on just before you got here.
He's like, oh God. She's like, I didn't have time to shower. So I just fucking cover my body in Lumi. It's gross.
That just means pretty soon they're gonna start making edible Lumi.
Oh yeah. Oh, Erik had to go there. Erik had to
eat it and you'll smell better.
Erik is probably not far off though. Like she's like, it started off with like just kind of like regular body. She's like, now we make products for everything and everywhere.
Exactly.
Ugh. It's like, would you like hey, Erik, would you like a Lumi candy? You're like, just in this wrapper. Here you go, buddy. Erik's like, oh God, this tastes good. Oh my God.
That's refreshing.
And he goes to the pot store and they're like, would you like Lumi flavor? This is fantastic. This is new fucking shit. Yeah. So that's gross. Anyway.
Yeah, that's gross.
No more Lumi talk. I promise.
Oh.
Now, I know we don't usually talk about politics, but there's been some major crazy shit going on with politics.
Crazy shit.
With fucking the assassination attempt with Trump a couple weeks ago.
That is nuts.
That was wild. And then, well, you know what? Let's talk about that for a second, Erik. Let's talk about that.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, so you had some thoughts on that that kid that went up on that tower, and then my favorite part. Not that there's a favorite part about this, but
your favorite part.
The horrible response by the Secret Service, and especially how
they're just
it looked like
around.
It looked like an SNL skit. They're like, what's going on? Like,
you're almost like, oh man, why isn't SNL on right now? Because they would totally make a skit of it.
Oh my God.
I mean,
it looks like an SNL skit.
I don't know if you do make a skit about it because it's like,
oh, you definitely
because
do.
it was like a president getting shot at.
Well, no, listen, it's not like he got assassinated.
It was so weird.
Yeah.
Like, I think there was a lot of people that were like, is this real? Like, what is going on? Like, it just looks so weird with the Secret Service agents. But
yeah. And Erik, here's where you come in, buddy. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your theories on this?
About the shooter?
Oh gosh,
the shooter.
Oh geez.
Why don't you tell us a little bit more about your thoughts on this, Erik?
I mean, how like normally in those anytime current or former president they're giving a speech anywhere, they should have a perimeter. The fact that this guy supposedly got in like less than 200 yards away with the clean shot. Crazy.
Oh man, Lee went off on Facebook. Did you see Lee's post on Facebook? He was just like, "We need to stop giving money to these fucking guys." Lee's always like just so anti-government. The only thing that Lee says that the government does good is the FAA. That's the only thing that Lee is for, is the FAA. He's like, that's the only thing they do good. And even they fuck up all the time too.
Yeah. But like a plane almost hit another plane.
Yeah. I mean, if I was Trump, I would have told him to aim for the shoulder, make it look more convincing.
Wow.
But I guess now that they're doing the whole like angle of the head and him turning and the slight,
like that'd be pretty wild to be like, hey, you got to shoot close to me with the frickin'.
Yeah, that's
not a small.
That's pretty
round.
hardcore for a
You
conspiracy
just get
theory.
close to somebody and you could rip their body apart. Like, that's crazy,
I've seen it. I watched a show one time. A guy he wanted a tattoo of a bullet hole, so he actually had somebody shoot him in the shoulder, so he'd have a bullet mark.
So then they could trace it down at the tattoo shop. Like,
didn't what's his name? 50 Cent? Fitty? Did he get a tattoo like that, or is that just the album cover?
No,
it might just be the album.
Well,
cover.
no, he just got shot 9 times.
Yeah,
right. He's like, I don't need it.
Yeah.
He's like, I already had it several times. Yeah.
He actually got shot. Yeah.
Yeah. So right after this, a few days later, then they started the actual convention for the RNC, the Republican National Convention, and we had some superstars there, Eric.
We sure did.
We had your boy Hulk Hogan there, who's actually Hulk Hogan was the star of that entire
the same guy that slammed Andre the Giant in WrestleMania 3.
I mean,
in front of almost 100,000 people.
He's a professional crowd hyper upper.
Yep.
You know, like, so it made sense.
He always finds a way to win. And when he's back in our White House, America is going to start winning again.
He's got a higher IQ than any man alive. He's going to fix everything.
The price of food and gas and housing is out of control. And the only person who can clean this up is Donald Trump.
He'll fix the problems with all the dead crops. He's going to make them grow again.
He's going to win in November, and we're all going to be champions again when he wins.
I give you my word. He's going to fix the economy.
The first half of that RNC was like a pep rally for high school.
They tell wrestlers always look for the hard cam. And when Trump got shot, what did he do? He looked at the hard cam.
Oh God. Well, another thing about that, him getting shot, is like that shooter was like looking up Biden and Trump rallies. So it's like he's just nuts. He just wanted to shoot anybody.
Who would be easier?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, Biden doesn't really go outside.
Yeah,
so I think I'm going to go after Trump.
I guess I have to go Trump.
Yeah. But so who else? Oh, so they had the UFC guy, Dana White.
Well,
and then they had and then they had Kid Rock, your boy Kid Rock. He was there too.
Your boy.
He was singing that song, right?
A mini concert.
Say fight, fight. Say fight, fight. Say fight, fight. Say somebody scream.
It's like, you fuck with me, you fuck with her, you fuck with Trump, you fuck with me, or whatever he said.
He's
fired up.
Trump's his boy.
Fucking with Trump, you're fucking with death.
No, but I do think that
he's American badass.
The energy in that place was wild, and then until you got to Trump, and you could tell he was, as anybody would be, like all probably a little messed up from.
It's hard to follow Hogan.
Well, oh my God. He's like, just tearing off his shirt. Yeah!
Enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother.
It's like, what?
He's like, I didn't come as Hulk Hogan. You're like, yeah, you did.
Only thing missing was Mean Gene.
Oh, Mean Gene.
Let me tell you something, Mean Gene.
Oh, that's so good.
That would have just been over the top.
Dude. So, Eric, what is, now that we're on Hulk, what is your favorite Hulk moment, not including the famous Andre the Giant? Do you have a favorite Hulk moment besides this moment and besides the RNC? Because I know that's probably your favorite now.
It would be.
Do you like when he went evil? Like, what was it? What did they call that?
When he turned heel. Yeah.
What was that? What was he? He was Hollywood Hulk?
Yeah, he became Hollywood Hulk. He was all American Hulk Hogan, then he became a bad guy, turned on Macho Man and Sting, and formed the New World Order.
Didn't he talk about
World Order?
Did you watch that RNC when he talked about? He's like the Macho Man. He's like, oh, the Macho. I was like,
it was just name dropping. And it was so funny. Like,
so ridiculous.
It was a promo.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but my favorite probably Hogan moment aside from that could be him and The Rock at WrestleMania 18. That was a classic. Like,
Who won that?
The Rock did.
What a sham. It's fixed. It's fucking fixed.
Oh, you mean predetermined? Just kind of like boxing and football and all, pretty much any sport, predetermined.
Yeah. Like when they pick out the colors for football and they're like, at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, the Super Bowl
Yeah,
logo. Yeah. They're like, it's going to be purple and red. And you're like, oh, gee, I wonder who's going to win the Super Bowl.
But Eric, you like the Kid Rock song though, right? You like the Kid Rock song that they did?
I mean, who doesn't love Kid Rock?
It was like the same music, and then he was singing different songs.
Yeah,
what
it was
was happening? Like,
it was that song that they sampled from Metallica.
oh yeah, I was like,
I'm going platinum, like, or whatever. I can't remember the name of the song. Or Devil Without a Cause, or no, I don't know. I don't know the songs that well.
But then they just kept that going, and then it was like, I am American Bad, and you're like, wait, that's like,
I mean,
music.
look, he can't sell out. Nobody can sell out arenas like throughout their entire career. So you gotta take what you can get.
He's like, this one's already sold out.
Yeah,
I just got to show up.
And they fucked with Trump, and now they're gonna fuck with him.
Well, someone else who fucked with Kid Rock, Bud Light.
Let me say something to all you and be as clear and concise as possible. Fuck Bud Light and fuck Anheuser-Busch.
Oh,
Bud Light.
But
and there's some news with in the Bud Light world. Bud Light now is number 3. Number 3. They've dropped from you know what? They were the number 1 beer in the entire United States for 22 years straight.
Bud Light is losing more ground in the beer market, slipping to 3rd in sales in the U.S. Bud Light fell from the number 1 spot last year. Now, Modelo Especial is the top-selling beer, followed by Michelob Ultra. In April 2023, some people started boycotting Bud Light because of a sponsored Instagram post featuring a transgender influencer.
You don't fuck with him, because he will fuck you up. He'll shoot you. He'll stack all these up, and he'll fucking shoot you.
yeah, and whatever. He's like 100% back on board with Bud Light.
Oh yeah, he's like drinking them. He's drinking them in public, drinking them. He's like selling them at his bar and shit. Yeah,
that's what they call a phase.
I got this close to wearing my Bud Light shirt.
Oh!
But I saw Erik was wearing the wrestling shirt, so I figured I'd wear my wrestling shirt.
Boom.
Yeah, there's only one asshole here that didn't wear a wrestling shirt.
Yeah.
So
he can't unless it's like little wrestlers over in like palm trees and like.
Eric's like, I know what to get him next year.
Right? Wearing a fucking wrestling Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, right? Oh, they make them.
Oh, yeah.
Eric's like, I have them. I have them. So Modelo is still number 1.
Yep.
They reign number 1. And Eric's like, fuck yeah.
What's 2 Coors?
Number 2, you'd think number 2 is Coors. Like everybody I know drinks Coors. But
Dos Equis.
Number 2 is now Michelob Ultra.
That makes sense.
They're like a 0.1 ahead of
it's low
Bud Light.
Because you get a lot of
girls,
a lot of women, and a lot of dudes drinking.
Yeah.
Michelob Ultra.
Yep. So
that makes sense.
It's pretty wild though. Yeah. Like Michelob. I would have thought.
Crazy,
I would think that Coors Light would be number 2.
Yeah. It's got to be up there. It's got to be top 5 though. Right?
I remember. I still. It's funny. I was like, I think we had like 4 or 5 beers in the fridge, and I asked Ethan. I was like, "Hey, you want one of these beers?" And he goes, and I pulled him out, and he's like, "I'll take that one. I don't want the gay one." And I was like, "It's still going. It's still going, folks. It's still going. It's still going. I ain't no homo."
Oh yeah, that's gonna take a while for
him
to live that one down.
Yeah.
Hey, but I'll take a Bud Light and a brown paper bag special.
Oh yeah, right. That was amazing. That was amazing. I will take that.
Got to the point where they stopped selling it to us because they're like, all right, you guys are going to keep buying them if we don't stop. So.
Yeah, no shit. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it like? All of a sudden, I'm like, man, Erik, you're starting to look good over here. Fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ, this is Bud Light. Oh my God.
Like, stop serving them that.
Hey, speaking of, look at this. Got some Bud Light.
Ooh.
It's got a Bud Light glass here. It's like a Seahawks glass and it's a Bud Light glass. Anyway, all right.
That's double gay.
How dare you?
I was helping Eric out.
Yeah.
I was
Dare
That was
you?
amazing.
Dare you?
It was a layup.
Yeah. Dare you?
I did a golf thing, said it was a layup. It was a
So
layup.
you guys, are you guys fans of diet fads? I know
No.
that, that guy.
Do I look like a fan of a diet fan?
Do I look like the kind of guy that likes diet fads?
That guy that I used to know, he used to love all the diet fads. He's like, speaking
Somebody
of
that you
speaking of
used to
losers,
know.
that guy was a loser. But
Oh.
anyway,
Oh.
he used to love all those diet fads. He's tried all of them. I wonder if he's tried this one. And let me know if you guys would try this one. Have you guys ever heard of it's this new diet craze. It's called Rice Empic. Rice Empic. Have you ever heard of that? Let me
That you shoot up your rice with those Ozempic?
Did you say shoot up your
Rice with those Ozempic?
Okay. I know what you're doing there. I know what you're doing. All right, so let me tell you how to make this.
Here's what you're gonna need: some rice, some water, and a lime. Put 2 scoops of rice. Put a cochinero, damn it. Just like that. Now add in your water and let it rest for 2 minutes, and I'll be right back. All right, now that your horchata water has been sitting there for 5 minutes, I'm gonna strain it into my cup. Just like that. Now I'm gonna add half a lime to all the starches that you guys wash off of the rice, so we can drink it and lose weight. Yeah. And there we have it, the matapanza water. Dang, let's get it. You're supposed to drink this first thing in the morning before you eat anything. And guys, today is my second day drinking this thing, and yesterday I was on live and I told you guys that I weighed 238, and this morning I'm at 236. What the hell? Is this thing actually working? Let's drink it. Cheers. 1 to 3 for the skinny life. Ugh. All right, but that's it. Day 2 completed. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Chorroking up. Bye. Have a beautiful day.
Several people claim that they've lost 14 pounds in a week. Eric, would you try this?
I mean, it sounds like a lot of rice is being wasted.
Yeah. That's what I get from this.
Yeah, it's like,
I mean, good
I was
thing.
like, okay, yeah, what
The
happens
good news
with the
is,
rice?
Eric, rice is not that expensive. I mean,
So it's lime?
it's okay. So it's rice with hot water.
So it's
lime.
So it's rice, water, lime.
Correct.
Lime, rice, water.
That is correct. So, yeah.
I mean, if that's all you're eating, I guess.
That's what it sounds like. yeah.
No,
Miller's way.
that's the whole point. You don't have to change your diet. You don't have to drastically change
I'd rather
it.
do the Britney Spears ice cream only diet.
Yeah.
Is that a real thing?
I don't know.
What?
She made it a real thing. She talked about it.
I mean, it sounds amazing.
I don't buy it.
What about the Twinkie diet? Remember that old the Twinkie diet this guy went on? Listen, you can make anything a diet if you change stuff, or if that's only what you're eating. I don't know, but I'm calling bullshit on that.
Yeah, me too.
And I think there's people that have tested this on TikTok and stuff like that, and I don't think they've had the same results.
It's like people rinse their rice to get rid of that stuff.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
I mean, that's
I'm
just
out.
so you're
What?
gonna,
Andy's out?
For that reason, I'm out.
Oh!
You're gonna boil some water, add some rice, just to get rid of the rice later. It's like, what's the point?
Well, listen, I'm just saying this could be like an easy way out. I mean, hey, all these.
That's not how this works.
That's not how this works. All right. Okay. Okay. Well, now something that is not a diet. I have a fun little game for you guys. A little kind of like well, it's not really a game. It's just like, which one would you choose kind of deal, right?
Would you rather?
So
Oh.
I have 2 different meal choices for you guys.
Oh.
So I'm going to name off.
Talking food. Okay.
I'm going to name off 2 different days of, different meal plan or diets. Or
Okay.
not diets. These are not diets. Just
Sure.
And you tell me which one of these would you rather eat like on a regular basis? Okay.
Is this going to be used to determine your future diet
No.
plans? Okay.
No, God, no.
He's like, I wouldn't use you two guys to.
So, all right.
We're the opposite of what Josh eats.
So the first option. So this is like a whole meal for a day, or like a whole, breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Yeah.
Okay. So for breakfast, you wake up and you have a Diet Coke, and you could have up to 3. Okay. For mid-morning snack, you have Why are you laughing, Eric? For mid-morning snack, you have another Diet Coke.
Oh.
For lunch, you will get to eat a well-done steak.
What?
And so well done that it starts to peel up on the corners, like it starts to curl. And then you get ketchup with that.
Can we move on to the next one already?
Just wait. And you have a side salad with dressing and another Diet Coke.
And is that mid-morning lunch? Or whatever?
That's lunch. That's lunch. Okay. And so for dinner, you get to splurge. Now it's time for dinner now.
Fully let it cook.
All right. So for dinner, you get to eat 2 Big Macs, 2 fish fillet,
Jesus,
and 1 chocolate shake.
I feel like this is
with another Diet Coke.
I feel like lunch and dinner is switched.
Yeah, right.
No.
You eat all this and you're like, well, it's time to go to sleep. And I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound healthy. Okay, so you guys got the first day of meals.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, okay, so all right, so here is the second scenario. Meal number 2. Mm-hmm. This is the other one that you get to choose from. Okay, so for breakfast, you wake up and you have Special K cereal and an orange Gatorade for breakfast.
All right.
For a snack, you get to have a protein bar, some Fig Newtons, and another orange Gatorade.
Okay, that's a lot of Gatorade.
For lunch, you get to have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Okay.
With an apple and another orange Gatorade.
Dude, what child is eating this meal?
No, there's a thing.
between the Gatorades and the Diet Cokes. Okay,
Yeah.
and then for dinner, you get to have angel hair pasta with red sauce.
Okay.
Some vanilla chocolate chip ice cream from Haagen-Dazs. And that's it.
Gatorade.
No, I mean, I'm guessing you probably could throw that in there just because that seems to be the drink of choice. But so out of the 2 scenarios, would you go the first scenario or the second scenario for meals?
I know what Eric's doing.
I mean, this seems like a fairly easy. It's almost too easy.
Should we say it at the same time?
Let's do it.
Option 2.
Option 1.
I
thought you were gonna. Yeah, option 2.
So you're going option 2?
Yeah.
And what are you doing?
I mean, if the steak on option 1 was medium rare, maybe. But yeah, no, option 2.
It's like 1,000 Diet Cokes and.
You guys,
but at
least the Diet Cokes have some caffeine in them, I guess.
And a bunch of orange Gatorade, just with Special K too. That's fucking.
I don't want either of them, but
so yeah, they both sound. You know what they both sound like to me?
Which one would Josh choose?
They both sound like it's like a 15-year-old, but different families. You're like, I guess I have some. I guess mom bought like a 6-pack of those orange Gatorades, and then you're like, the other mom's like, I bought a 12-pack of Diet Coke.
Wait, is this what Zoe eats? Is that where you got this idea from?
I bet it could be like a Zoe kind of deal, but there'd probably be more sugar involved if it was Zoe. I'll tell you what. So these are famous people.
I figured.
Okay. Well,
scenario number 1.
Diet Coke, Rich Falls.
Scenario number 1 is Donald J. Trump. And scenario number 2,
Biden.
Joe Biden.
That's so funny. Yeah, they're reverting, they're going back down in age.
They're like, we are now 15-year-olds.
They're like, I want to eat whatever I want to eat.
You guys like 80 years old? Yeah, so I just thought that was kind of funny. Like, oh, this is what these guys eat like on a regular basis? Like, weird.
Wow.
You can't have 1 Big Mac and 1 fish fillet?
Yeah.
You have to have 2 of each? That's weird.
That's a lot.
Right? That's seems excessive. Maybe not.
I'd rather have Babe Ruth's diet.
So what is Babe Ruth? Oh, yeah. Wasn't it like something
eggs and like and a pile of bacon and cigarettes,
like 12 hot dogs, and 16 beers.
Breakfast was a pint of whiskey mixed with ginger ale, then steak, 4 eggs, fried potatoes, and a pot of coffee.
Okay.
For an afternoon snack, it was 4 hot dogs, each washed down with a Coca-Cola.
Oh my!
I like that. I can get down with
We
that.
had an early supper and a light supper, each the same. 2 porterhouse steaks, 2 heads of lettuce drenched with blue cheese dressing, and 2 platefuls of college fried potatoes, then 2 apple pies.
Oh my God.
In between the 2 suppers, he had 4 more hot dogs and 4 more bottles of Coca-Cola.
Dude, who works harder than his asshole?
I'm already in. I'm sold.
Now you're talking.
I'm sold.
Yeah. So, what else we got going on, guys? Let's talk about something. So, Erik, you went into the pool at Jordan's last week.
Oh yeah.
I failed to capture a picture of this because this is very momentous. We've never seen you in a pool.
Wait,
We've never seen you in a pool.
is that for real? Has it never happened?
I've seen your feet dangling in a pool, but I was like,
Oh,
we went over
you've
to a
never-
pool party. First off, Eric's like, yeah, I'm in. I'm like, you're going to the pool party? I'm like, this is fantastic.
Well,
I can't
yeah.
see-
I mean, I always go to a pool party.
Yeah, but you don't. Listen, was it last year? It was last year. Erik went to this pool party with us. It was legit like 118 degrees out, and Erik is not in the pool, and it's not like 15 feet high. It's like, you know, we're up to our chest.
15 feet high.
Eric is laying by the side of the pool, like he's like, "Hey guys, just hanging out in like full clothes," and I was like, Erik, you know, you're not going to drown. You could touch the bottom here. He's like, no, I'm good up here. I'm like, what the fuck? What?
He's from Arizona.
Yeah.
You can hang out with the cactuses. And...
Yeah, but I know a lot of Arizona people that don't even go outside.
Oh yeah, I've met a lot of Arizona people that are like,
yeah, no. Some people are really afraid of the outdoors.
Yeah.
I mean, not me, no.
Yeah, so I was pretty proud of you, buddy.
He's
pretty proud of you.
He's like, I got stung by a scorpion in a pool when I was a little kid, Josh. And now I'm scared to go in pools.
Oh wow, I can't believe I just brought that up. That horrible moment.
No, I'm pretty sure I got stung by that bee though. That was floating.
Oh, that was on my head?
Yeah, it was on your head.
Oh my god!
Everybody's like, go into water, and I was like, huh?
Oh yeah.
What do you mean you're pretty sure you got? Oh, you mean that exact bee?
Well, yeah. Well,
Because you got stung by a bee, or?
Well, yeah, because I had like a bump afterwards on the back of my neck. I'm pretty sure it was from the bee sting.
What?
Jeez.
You didn't feel it when it happened?
Well, no. I mean, I've been stung by bees and wasps before, so it's like no
I'm
big
used to
deal.
it.
But yeah.
It's like, I mean, I'm pretty sure like there was like this big bump on my head, and like
No, it was just funny. Like when it was on Andy, and all the girls are like, Andy, go in the water, go in the water.
The bee's like, well, I'm here to sting someone.
Yeah.
So if I can't sting this motherfucker, I'm gonna go over this guy.
Yeah.
I came here to do 2 things: drink beer and sting someone. I'm almost out of beer.
And then can you imagine that poor bee? He's like, oh god, I got a good one. This guy ain't flinching, and he just goes, yeah, and he stings Erik, and Erik doesn't even flinch, and he's like, what the fuck, man?
Like, he keeps going.
Yeah,
like,
and then he like
singing him.
he kills himself because like his stinger's gone. He's like, oh god, damn it, this was not worth it.
Just falls in the water.
Yeah. Oh, and Eric's like, hey, look at there's a bee, everyone. He just throws him away, and Andy was like, is that the bee that I was like running around in circles trying to get away from?
Yeah, I mean,
is that the bee that was terrorizing all the women in the pool?
I mean, I at least I know I'm not allergic because I've been stung before by bees and wasps, so I'm not allergic to.
That's good because I know people that are like rushed to the hospital,
Right?
Yeah,
because
well,
of bee stings.
even Jordan was saying like he had a big like rash and something weird had happened to his stomach because he got stung by a bee.
Jeez.
Yeah, so some people can handle it, and some people don't have side effects.
Well, so speaking of Jordan, we went up to Flagstaff a couple weeks ago. That's pretty fun. We were just bar hopping up there.
Yep.
What was your favorite part of that trip, Erik? Do you have any things that any standouts as far as?
I know what his favorite part was. It was probably eating breakfast right before we started drinking all day.
Okay, Eric's like, I think I'll get the family combo platter. And he's like, just
we all got the family combo platter.
Not me. Well, I split.
Well, yeah, you guys split one.
Yeah,
or you would have had one too.
The best decision ever.
That was fucking smart.
Yeah, me and Erik.
Because it was huge. That was like the biggest thing of breakfast I've ever seen.
Jordan sat in between us though, so we couldn't share.
Yeah, it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a couples.
It was couples.
You guys, if you could have, you would have ordered like the spaghetti and did what the dogs did. Like,
No,
Lady in the Tramp.
Yeah, Lady in the Tramp.
No, you would have just seen Andy and I like with the spoon in our hands and just
twirling it, like
feeding each other,
doing the.
Oh God.
No, I swear to God, this is like the best part. So this is towards the end of the day. We've been, bar hopping like to all these different breweries and stuff like that, and we're walking towards one of the last bars. And Eric's like, God, I just gotta piss so bad.
Oh God,
I gotta piss so bad. And I go, I don't know what this is in here. I don't know if there's a bar.
It looked like the back of a bar because we were like in kind of an alley type road.
I peek my head in there and I'm like, oh, I don't think. And Eric blows past me and he goes, I'm going to piss. And I go, oh my God.
He's like, I already told myself I'm peeing. So.
I look in and it's legit like someone practicing with a band and like there's a couple family members like watching them and I was like, oh. And I go back outside and I go, Eric just went to the bathroom and
sure did.
But no way you see Eric walk past you and you're like, oh, yeah, bathroom's over there, sir.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't stop somebody that's going to pee.
Yeah.
You're just like,
And Eric at that point's like, listen, I'm either going to piss all over the audience here.
Because that might have been the first time might have been like my first time of the day going and it had been already all day long, and I'm like, if there's a bathroom, I'm going to use it.
Yeah.
So
that was so great. I still don't know what that place was.
Eric, I don't. But yeah, no,
Eric walks out and he's like, "All right, well, thanks for letting me use the bathroom." No, Eric. What did you say anything?
No, I just walked past them. No, but they were performing or practicing on a stage. There were a couple tables set up. People were sitting down, and
it was weird.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, if it's supposed to be,
and he stayed outside. I was like,
I'm not going in there.
I go, don't go in there.
I mean, again, my thought process: if it's a closed session, then lock the door.
Fair enough.
Okay. That's like okay, but
if they really didn't want strangers off the street walking in.
Yeah. I said that about my neighbor too, and he walked in the door. So now I lock it. I locked the door. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess you're right though. Very awkward. Very awkward. Yeah. So, Andy, what was the bar that you liked the most in Flagstaff? I liked that last one that had the cool I
like the one that had the DJ. Floor balcony.
I do like that one.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of the names of it. One was like I
don't know the names of it either.
Lumberyard.
Mother Road. I remember that one.
Mother Road. That was the one we went to several times.
Several times.
No,
Yeah.
We went. Remember that lady was like, "Hey, are you guys still here from this morning?"
Like, I swear to God, I saw you. That's pretty sad because we got there like fucking 10 o'clock.
And we were like, no. We've already been to a bunch of other bars and then came back here. So
she's like, oh, I thought I was the only alcohol.
Yeah. No, there was that. Then there was that bar we got to but they opened up early for us.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
that was the most fun bar.
We were going to mainly breweries and stuff, but then that was like a bar.
Right. Yeah. They're like, we saw you just looking in the window, so we're like 15 minutes early, so we'll just open up the bar so you guys come in.
Yeah.
That place was hilarious because they had all the licenses that they confiscate of the fake.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of them. You're like, holy, is there that many people trying to get into bars? That's crazy.
It was like a good half wall full of these licenses.
It was a lot.
That was wild. That was awesome. That was awesome.
The wall of shame.
No, the best part was like the bartender chick was like, this one's my cousin. You want to see my cousin? She's right up here. And I was like, what? Cousin trying to get in here? She's like, yeah. And I'm like,
and then you took her shit?
Yeah, what?
Really? Like you didn't let her in?
That is awesome.
Right? No, that's when Andy thought he had a great deal on beer.
The Natty Daddy.
But then Andy got mad at me because I was like, Andy's like, I'm not drinking this. Let's just go. And I go, whoa.
You're like,
you don't just waste beer. You give it to Eric. And then he's like, don't do that to Eric. And Eric's like,
and then it wasn't beer. It was malt liquor.
Yeah.
It's malt liquor.
There's no way to tell how big this is. I don't think I can do it.
No, don't. What are you doing? It's like high altitude. It's like here, let's egg them on and make them perform.
Don't do it.
It's like right here. I can't.
Don't do it.
We did the celebration for even building the bus bar. They bought a burgers. Yeah. That's it.
I started getting full again. I was like, oh god, shouldn't have had breakfast.
So gross.
Had breakfast.
Eric's like, I don't feel too well.
Right?
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Like, you know how much more drinking we could have done had we not had breakfast?
Yeah.
Oh man. Or if you just say half of your breakfast
Wow.
with Andy.
Yeah, that's
Dude.
true. Yeah.
Dude, as soon as he drank that night, I was like, oh, now he's drunk.
Oh god.
Now he's drunk.
Oh, you can tell too. He was like,
I was feeling
"Hey."
it too. I was like, no, I need water.
Yeah. I think everybody was feeling pretty good after that place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know,
And then
we kept
I
trying to get Abby to go to Bruising Cubes.
I just took I took a picture of that. It wasn't a bachelorette party, was it? Wait, was it a bachelorette party? Or was it just like a what was it?
No,
Oh
it
yeah.
was a 50th birthday.
That's
or
right.
something.
All these like ladies came in. They're like, "Hey," and they're like, "Can you take a picture?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess I'll take a picture." And they're like, "Here's a beer for taking a picture." And I'm like, "A beer for taking your picture? I just took a picture." Like,
They wrote in one of those
oh yeah,
party bites
right.
or whatever it is.
Every pedals.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound fun to me. I'd be like, that sounds like a lot of work. Like you gotta we're working. Like I guess you work off your
Work off the beer.
yeah. But don't you get that walking?
Because like all they had time for was to go in and take a shot, basically.
Oh yeah, because she was like, we're on a tight time.
Yeah.
They had like 20 minutes, and they had to get out of there for something.
Yep.
Yeah, so they're just bar hopping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes sense. Anything else going on, guys? Anything else? No, Eric over here is he's getting empty on beer, so we might need to wrap this up here.
Just waiting for this Nonsoon to kick in.
Oh,
did you say Nonsoon?
Yeah.
Oh, awkward.
Poor Andy.
Because I see clouds like develop every day, but then they just stay over there and they never come here.
All these false alarms that Andy's getting.
Well, yeah. Last year there were no monsoons really.
Yeah,
and then
last year they said it's like the worst on record monsoon season ever.
and then
But it
this
was
year,
also like 110 every day in
yeah.
July. Right?
I remember whenever you moved, was it a couple of years ago? You moved and it was like the craziest monsoon ever, and I was like, oh my gosh, Andy, you'd be like loving. And then like the next year was like 0 monsoons, and then now it's like there's no more monsoons. Anybody like? It's like
yeah, no, because Andy would just miss out.
Yeah,
miss out.
Right.
We had a good little storm come through on last Sunday night, but
lasted 30 minutes.
I know. I want it to happen like more in the day, or like I think coming up here it's supposed to be like happen during the evening hours, so we might
Andy's
go to see
ready.
some action.
He's ready.
I'm ready.
Oh my god,
it's just sun every day. It's like it's sunny again.
Oh,
Gross. And Andy said, he's like, well, I'm already used to Arizona. I've been outside all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was outside cutting cactus all day yesterday.
Yeah, it doesn't it is weird, right? Like it's such a different kind of heat. Like even when it gets like
it is.
Even when it gets into the upper 80s in Seattle, upper 80s into the 90s, it's very uncomfortable.
And
unless you can escape.
Yeah, that's the big thing here is that it's hot, but you can get out of it and go into an air conditioned building, like,
and it's also
almost everywhere. So.
Unless it's like super humid, it's not as bad as people think. Because like when we think of that crazy hot weather,
it's like
you can
feel it's all around you, like but
yeah, but you think it's like going to be like the Seattle with the Seattle humidity because of the the water, all the water around, and then like in like the Midwest it gets super humid, in like the South it gets humid. In the desert here, it really is. It's just like someone's blowing like a dryer on you, or like you're opening up an oven.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of hot. You're like, okay, it's not like
different kind of heat.
It is weird.
Yeah,
it is
like when it's like 95, which is
which
is the top. I'm talking about Seattle.
Oh, in Seattle,
like which is basically as damn near as hot as it gets. Like that feels like 110 here. Yeah. That's
it's a good thing they got all those shade trees around here to keep.
If I was closer to you, Eric, I'd be strangling you right now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
I forgot.
Yeah,
Sorry.
how dare you, Eric?
Whoops.
You're welcome.
We don't talk about trees on this podcast.
I mean, Andy is on the podcast. We can't talk about trees.
All right. Well, you guys, I don't know what to do here. I think we're just going to end this so we can get you guys some drinks. I feel bad.
I know what to do. Triple explosion.
Oh, Eric, you ready? That was horrible.
I wasn't sure what to expect.
It'll be better with the
I didn't know what was going to happen.
We're just sitting there like waiting for the explosion.
I'm like, hit my hand already. Hit it.
All right. Well, Erik, you guys are done. Run out of beer here. So we need to do some refills. It's always good to have you guys come on. Erik, we're going to have you on again soon. Andy, I'm sure you'll be on again as well.
Need another Matlock check-in.
We'll have to talk about the next concert we go to. Next concert? That's whatever that is. What's the next concert, Erik?
Bush.
Bush and who?
Fuck if I know.
Gwen Stefani.
What? No, this isn't like 10 years ago. All right. On that note, thank you guys for coming on. Hey, for Andy Matlock and Erik Tapia, I'm Josh. And as always, thank you for being a friend.